All right, today we're going to talk about higher highs and higher lows. Of course, we're thinking about this higher highs and higher lows because it's an uptrend. There is a lower lows and lower highs, and we'll talk about that in the next segment. So right here, you see that we have this orange square, and this orange square is our first indicator of a low. And as price comes and starts working up, we have a pullback right here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to call that the high because of it is the highest portion of the trade so far. And then we have this pullback, and that is going to make a higher low because it is higher than this last low. As we go on, price pulls up and that makes a higher high. It comes back down and makes a higher low, comes up again, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now an equal high. And if you just look at these purple squares, you'll see that it makes stair steps upward, which confirms the uptrend. And now all of a sudden you have this last higher low, which is broken down by price. Price comes in, goes a little bit lower than this candlestick right here. And so that confirms that it's a lower low. Comes back up, and the price doesn't go all the way back up here to the equal high. It stays a little bit low. It's a little bit shallower in price, meaning that people aren't buying. And because people aren't buying, what does that probably mean? You're in a consolidation, you're in a pullback, you're in a counter trend trade. And so price is consolidating right here. And as we can see, that's kind of making this descending wedge. So price comes in, that is a lower high. Now you have an equal high, and now you have a lower high, which follows by equal lows. Once it breaks out of this channel, we see that price jumps back up and makes a higher high. Comes down a little bit, makes a higher low. Why didn't price come all the way back down here? Because we know that there's a lot of buyers right here wanting the market to go up. And then what do we see? We see price shoot up way high, makes a higher high. We have this little ABCD pattern, which we'll talk about later, come in and we make a higher low. Price shoots back up because they say, we want to buy this. This is going to be the most excellent stock forever, and we're going to make millions of dollars. And so everybody jumps in and the price goes up and makes a higher high. Pulled back just really shortly and it makes a higher low based off this low. This is a higher low. Same with this high, it's a higher high. And then what do we see? Price just breaks out and goes to the moon and people become millionaires. Once you learn this system, you'll be able to understand why you're taking the trades you're taking, where you're taking the trades you're taking. Are you in an uptrend where price should go up more, or are you in a downtrend where price should go down more? Let's take another look. All right, now that I've showed you the basics of highs and lows, I basically want you to go back and I want you to get your drawing tool and either take a square or a circle, you pick, and you take a blank chart. Go into a blank chart, and I don't care. I just want you to start identifying stuff. Does this look like a high to you? Does this look like a low to you? Does this look like a higher high? Is this a lower low? What are you seeing far as higher highs, higher lows, equal highs, equal lows, that you can start identifying, hey, this is starting to make a picture for me. Because once you can start seeing the picture behind all of these little dots and candlesticks all over your chart, you'll be able to start to understand what is happening and why it's happening. So you have this stair step. Here's a low, here's a higher low, here's a higher low again. Here's a high, here's a higher high, here's a higher high again. But now you have an equal high or even a little bit lower high. And what does price do? It changed direction and it starts going down. And that's where I just want you to just go over every chart you can. I've literally gone over thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of charts because I've been trading since 2004. And I basically had to do this over and over until I never had to touch another indicator again. I didn't have to wait for the right thing to tell me when to buy, a buy signal, because I knew this is a downtrend. Oh my gosh. Based on support that I've seen here with this lower high, lower high, lower high, break that lower high, I now know we're in an uptrend. I didn't need some special indicator to tell me start buying to the upside, because I can understand support and resistance. I can understand structure. I can understand higher highs, higher lows. And I want you to enjoy that knowledge with me until you understand that you don't need one indicator on top of your screen to show you when to buy and when to sell. You will never have freedom. You will never be able to feel confident in the way you buy or what you buy or when you buy or why you buy. People right now are freaked out because the market's going down. Well, guess what? I know right here, based on higher highs, higher lows, that it's a good time to buy. And see how I did that? I found a low, I found another low, and it led me right to the price today that I can enter into this market with some confidence, because what happens? It bounces. And you're going to start to learn that too. You're going to start to get the feel of how the market moves up and down, back and forth. And you're going to start making a lot of money and being confident doing it. Join us next time.